that these quotes are attributed to Queen Elizabeth I, but the accuracy of their attribution may vary. These are just a selection of quotes associated with her. I know I have the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the heart and stomach of a king, and a king of England too. I would rather be a beggar and single than a queen and married. I have the heart and stomach of a king, and of a king of England too. I may not be a lion, but I am a lion's cub, and I have a lion's heart. I do not want a husband who honors me as a queen if he does not love me as a woman. I have no desire to make windows into men's souls. God has given such brave soldiers to this crown that, if they do not frighten our neighbors, at least they prevent us from being frightened by them. Though the sex to which I belong is considered weak, you will nevertheless find me a rock that bends to no wind. The past cannot be cured. I will make no bond to break the faith of treaties. I will have but one mistress here and no master. I do not want a husband who honors me as a queen if he does not love me as a woman. I will have here but one mistress and no master. A clear and innocent conscience fears nothing. There is no marvel in a woman learning to speak, but there would be in teaching her to hold her tongue. I would rather be a beggar and single than a queen and married. To be a king and wear a crown is a thing more glorious to them that see it than it is pleasant to them that bear it. Better to be a beggar than a queen, and a servant than to have a lordship. I do not open windows into men's souls. I have been tossed in a blanket by the wind and have come back a queen. I would rather go to any extreme than suffer anything that is unworthy of my reputation or of that of my crown. A horse never runs so fast as when he has other horses to catch up and outpace. I may not be a lion, but I am a lion's cub, and I have a lion's heart. If I follow the inclination of my nature, it is this: beggar woman and single, far rather than queen and married. Though the queen is not ignorant of what is said, yet she never appeared offended. My loving people, we have been persuaded by some that are careful of our safety to take heed how we commit ourselves to armed multitudes, for fear of treachery. If thy heart fails thee, climb not at all. If I am to disclose to you what I shall think, I shall require 3 years at least to conceive it in my heart, and then to utter it with my tongue. I would be loath to live, to be a torment to my people that have been so loving unto me. I have already joined myself in marriage to a husband, namely the Kingdom of England. I will give you no money, nor grant anything. The way to heaven is to make a little hell here on earth. Though God has raised me high, yet this I count the glory of my crown, that I have reigned with your loves. Shall I, that have so often escaped the dangers of the battlefield, and therefore am accounted famous in so many triumphs. Shall I die in my bed? Monarchs ought to put to death the authors and instigators of war as their sworn enemies and as dangers to their states. There is only one Christ, Jesus, one faith. All else is a dispute over trifles. If your head can stand a soft pillow, you will hardly find a better in England than your mother's knee. Let tyrants fear. I have always so behaved myself that, under God, I have placed my chiefest strength and safeguard in the loyal hearts and good will of my subjects. We princes, I tell you, are set on stages in the sight and view of all the world, duly observed. The eyes of many behold our actions. A spot is soon spied in our garments, a blemish quickly noted in our doings. I would not be a queen for all the world. To be a king and wear a crown is a thing more glorious to them that see it than it is pleasant to them that bear it. I shall soon be forgotten, but I am the king's sister. You have chosen me, and I have chosen you, and we are joined together with a ring. I pray you all, good Christian people, to bear me witness that I die a true Christian woman, and that I look to be saved by no other means, but only by the mercy of God and the merits of the blood of His only Son, Jesus Christ. I will have one mistress here and no master. Though the sex to which I belong is considered weak, you will nevertheless find me a rock that bends to no wind. To be a king and wear a crown is a thing more glorious to them that see it than it is pleasant to them that bear it. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.